A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you to the 173rd BASL webinar and the 9th of the 5th webinar series, Beyond Code Practice. These webinars are conducted on the Zoom platform, and those of you who are unable to join us on Zoom could also join us by watching the live stream on the BASL YouTube channel. The past 172 webinars are all available for you on the BASL YouTube channel and are accessible to you at any time. These webinar series are organized by the Seminars Committee of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, led by Secretary of the Bar Association, Mr. Rajiv Amarasuriya, whose brainchild these webinar series are. With convener, Assistant Secretary, Mr. Pasinda Silva, and co-conveners of the Seminars Committee, Mr. Pandula Vanyarachi, Mr. Oshan Uberatna, Ms. Nikini Mapitigama, and myself. I further take this opportunity to thank the President of the Bar Association, Mr. Salia Pires, President's Council, and other members of the Management Committee for their support and guidance. Today's episode is with Mr. Prabath Chandrakeerthi, Attorney at Law, Commissioner General, Department of Labour, and interviewed and introduced by Mr. Chandrakeerthi Jayadeva, Attorney at Law. Without any further ado, I'd like to now hand over the session to Mr. Jayadeva. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, and good evening and welcome back to the Beyond Code Practice webinar series. We are on the 9th episode, as you heard, on this series, and today let's dive straight into our guest. Our guest is a very important person in Sri Lanka, with whatever employment category you will be working on, because he has a say in that, and it is very important for us to know lots from him. So my guest today is none other than the Commissioner General of Labour, Sri Lanka, Prabath Chandrakeerthi, and Prabath is a former SLA's officer as well as an attorney, and he's reached the echelon of his career on that. And so let me welcome Prabath. Prabath, good evening. Thank you for taking time off and joining us.
Yes,
how are you today doing?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chandrakeerthi. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for, we know you're very busy and taking time off and joining us this evening. Let's dive straight into your career. You have a very exuberant career, I must say, because you just told me that you were only 10 years in law, and you have a background to a lot in the SLAs. Now, as and was it did you start off with being in the Labour Department or any other job?
Yes, I think my story is different from the lawyers you have interviewed before, because I am not started my career as a lawyer. I was sworn as a lawyer in about 12 years after entering the public service. I graduated in 1998 from the University of Sri Jayawardenepura, and I work in the private sector about 1 year after my graduation. And also at that time I sat the Sri Lanka Administrative Service examination in 1999. Then I got through the SLA's exam and I joined the SLA's in year 2000. Then we have to participate the 1 year training program, that is also in-house training and also the field training and outbound training also. Then I was appointed as an Assistant Secretary to the Ministry of Education and Tourism in Uva Provincial Council. I served there nearly 3 years. Then year 2003, I was appointed as a Assistant Divisional Secretary to the Biyagama Divisional Secretariat. The working as a divisional level, it is we can gain more experience. We have to work closely with the general public and also with the religious places and young society and elder society. That is also the one divisional secretariat office is one like a one-stop shop. All the from birth to death, all the public needs are given from the divisional secretariat office. So that is, I think it is a vast experience I gained from the divisional secretariat. Then after that year, 2006, I was appointed as assistant secretary to the leader of the House of Parliament. That is also in nearly 9 years, I worked in the Parliament, Office of the Leader of the House, Assistant Secretary, then Senior Assistant Secretary to the Leader of the House of the Parliament. All the government statutory works, as example, government bills, regulations, and all the performance reports and annual reports, all are presented to the Parliament through the Office of the Leader of the House of Parliament. And all the government institutions coordinate by the Office of the Leader of the House, and also the parliamentary program prepared by the that office and prepare parliamentary program and submit to the parliamentary business committee. All you know that call as a party leaders meeting. The parliamentary business committee chaired by the speaker, and all the party leaders are participated to the parliamentary business committee, and the parliamentary program should be get approval from the parliamentary business committee, and according to that, the parliamentary agenda will be prepared by the according to the business committee approval. So I was when I was at the parliament, the constitution work and parliamentary standing orders, all I have to work with all those statutory works. Then I felt I need to study the law. So then I sat the LLB entrance exam in the Open University. Then I got through the exam and I entered to the study LLB. While I am working, but that is very difficult task, Mr. Chandrakeerthi. You know that while working and study, I have to pay attention to the official work, and also I married and had 2 children, and I have to attention their work also, their classes, because in the Open University, the LLB classes held Saturday and Sunday. That is very busy days, those days. So nearly, I think 4 years, I have very difficult period, but I worked through the exam and I registered the law college, and then I sworn as an attorney at law. Then after the parliament, I served there nearly 9 years from 2006 to 2015. Then I was appointed as a Director General of the Coast Conservation Department under the Ministry of Environment. Then also I served from 2015 to 2020 at the Coast Conservation Department, nearly 5 years. Then year 2020, October 19, I was appointed as a Commissioner General of Labour in year 2020. And also I was the President of the Sri Lanka Administrative Service Association in year 2018 and the year 2019. 2 years I was served as the President of the SLS Union. And that union also registered under the trade union ordinance. The SLS union has registered in the Labour Department. So I am the first person who president of the registered trade union in the labor department appointed as a commissioner general. And also the now labor department established in year 1923. Next year it will make 100 years of the department, and within this during this 100-year period there were 20 commissioners and commissioner generals. I am the very first person as appointed to the commissioner general as a lawyer, as an attorney at law.
Sorry for the delay, Prabath. Yeah, that was a very nice, history you went through of your qualifications and achievements which you have done. Now, but I mean, I was listening to you. I found that you had, because you have gone through the SLA's training and all that before you did law, right? And I'm sure that is helping you, to be in this position in as much as law. So my question to you is, but this is a question that a lot of young people will ask. Now, when they want to go to a different field, right? Now your field is administration, Sri Lanka Administrative Service Labor. Is it necessary to study and acquire other qualifications? Now, for example, we'll say not like you, the reverse of you. We'll say that's a guy or a girl who has done labor and the the law, and then they want to come to a career in labor department or something like that, not a practice. So does that person have to do any more studies other than law? Do you recommend to do studies, or can they probably join in some lower rank or whatever rank, and while they are working through hands-on experience, come to a very high position? What is your advice there? Yeah, I would refine the question and say not only labor, the entire administrative service, especially Sri Lanka administrative service. If you want to join, do you recommend people who are lawyers to appoint and also go up? Well,
yes, Mr. Chanak, now for the join the Sri Lanka Administrative Service, the basic qualification is if any person has a basic degree, that is the basic qualification, and also the attorney at law also. They are recognized as a basic qualification. So in my group, in my batch, there are nearly 146 people with my batch in year 2000, and in that batch there are nearly 20 lawyers in my batch. Before they have joined the SLAs, they have also done the attorney, and also they have another basic degree also. So I think it is better if we can, from the basic qualification as an attorney, they can sit for the SLAs examination, no problem. And but if they can gain another qualification, it is better to go forward with the career, because for the next promotion level, they have to do the masters for the if they need to get the class 1 promotion, before the class 1 promotion they have to get the master degree. For the master degree, I think that is they need to basic degree to the as a qualification for the master. So other than the attorney, if they can follow the university degree, I think it is better to go for the future and go forward with the they can improve their career with that also.
Yeah, so that's a good overview because a lot of people didn't have that understanding. Now, other thing is, I'm sure you would have heard about this from many people. Now, lawyers are generally like private practitioners, so they're like the private practitioner mentality. So now, although you are in labor department, SLAs, administrative service is what all this comes under, right? So getting into government service, administrative service, young lawyers have this thinking, or not only young lawyers, anybody in Sri Lanka, that you can't get through there, even if you get through the political parties. Is this always true, or what is your view for that?
Mr. Chanak, I couldn't get your question.
That means without any political or any kind. Oh, give me a second. I'll come. Can you hear me now?
Yes, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay.
Are you able to hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Now, Prabath, what I was asking you was we had some technical issues here of the signal dropping. What I was trying to ask you is that now a lot of people who come into the profession, when they want to come into government service, like the SLAs or whatever, they think that you need a political pull. It all depends on whom you know on which side of the party you are in, right? My question to you is this always true, or is it not true that you can come to the administrative service to a job by sheer brilliance and your mere qualifications, and not only coming there, you can also go up in the ladder without having any political push?
Yeah, Mr. Anake, without any political interference or influences, if anyone can join the Sri Lanka Administrative Service, there is no question for that. Anyone can, if the person has a basic qualification, if he's an attorney or if he has a basic degree, no problem. No, without any political interference, anyone can face the examination, and if the person go through the examination and the interview only giving the 5 marks for the who has passed the examination, and without passing the examination, anyone can't enter the Sri Lanka Administrative Service or any other services. And also now we are going to have one examination for all the SLAs and Sri Lanka Administrative Service and Sri Lanka Planning Service and Sri Lanka Accountancy Service and Sri Lanka Engineering Service, and also we are going to have one exam for all the sector. So if you are going the path, if you are if you have a good opportunity, if you can go for the public service for the ladder. So I think without political support, anyone can go through, because I was at the parliament nearly 9 years. Then I work with all the politicians. If we can identify their mindset also, because we have to work with the political authority also, because in the South Asian country like that, Sri Lanka, India and Bangladesh, without political will, we can't implement some of the projects and some of the policies, because of the cabinet of ministers. They are taking the policy decision, and as a government servant, we have to implement the policy decision. That is whichever the government in the without our political interest in, we have to follow and we have to implement all the government policies. You know that in this government is implement the Vista's prosperity, you know, the Saubhagi, that policy, the government the policy. So we, as a government servant, as a public servant, we have to implement and we have to obey these things. But without, you know that all the head of the departments are appointed by the cabinet of ministers, and secretaries to the ministries also appointed by the president. So that is mentioned in our constitution. That is also there. So I think if the people, the government servant, public servant, if they have good character without doing any other corruption or bribery, I think they have many opportunities for take the promotions and other opportunities also there. You know, as an example, I was awarded as a integrity icon in year 2019 from the function is done by the Transparency International. They have selected 5 integrity icons from the governments, from the public servants. Then I was also appointed as the one of those integrity icon, and also that I have that I got many opportunities to visit the foreign countries also. Then I have participated in New York UN session also, and the House of Commons of the Parliament of the England, and other many countries also. If we have a capability and if you have I think if you can work as a good with the good integrity, I think that is better to, I think other than the political support, you can go forward with the career. You have more opportunities for the public sector also. Then I also inviting to the young lawyers also to join the public sector, because if we compare with the private sector or the practicing as a lawyer, the public sector, public servants getting low salaries than the other sectors. So, but that is okay. But if they have other opportunities also, they are getting vehicle permit, and they are getting foreign tours, and they are getting for the PhD or to the masters, they are getting the money from their department. So I think there are many opportunities to young lawyers and young degree holders too, if they are joining the public sector, I think.
Okay. Now, coming back to your department, Labor Department, what are the opportunities a young school leaver, because I know your department is spread across the country, right? If I'm correct, there are branches across the country, and young lawyer who would want to make a career in the field of labor, not by practicing, but other than the court practice, what are the opportunities that you think somebody can have?
Yes, Chanakya, now in the Labor Department, I told you previously, now we are reaching the 100 years of the department from the next year. The department was established in year 1923. So we have 40 district offices and 17 sub-office and 11 zonal office and 10 district engineers office. And the young lawyers, now we have nearly 16 lawyers in our department. The young lawyers can join as a labor officer also. Now we are appointing the legal officers from the 75% from the departmental service and 25% from the outside. If the young lawyers and young degree holders, now we are going to have the labor labor officers to recruit the labor officers exam in next 2-3 months. So if we can join as a labor officer, they have many opportunities to go forward, because after the labor officers, if they have a basic qualification is the degree or attorney at law, they can face the labor officer exam. Then after 10 years, they can have the assistant commissioner's exam also there. Then there is a deputy commissioner and also the commissioner also. We have 13 divisions in the head office. So the young officers can have many opportunities for the move forward with the department if they are joining with the as a labor officer. I think it is better to young lawyers if they can choose to join the labor officers exam. They can, if they have passed the exam, after they can join as a labor officer to the department.
Prabath, when you join as a labor officer, what are the other questions that will come to now? If I was a young person, what will come to my mind is you can join as a labor officer, fine. But when you go up in the ladder, where does it entail? Now, I'll tell you why I'm asking that. Now, if you join as a legal person in a bank or a private company, the problem is you only think of ending up as a legal director unless you have other qualifications and unless you are like business-minded or you have marketing experience or management experience or something like that. And that means you leave the legal department and go. But like that, when you join as a labor officer, simply as a young lawyer, can that person even aspire to end up being commissioner of labor?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I told, after the labor officer, as a lawyer, they can sit for the assistant commissioner's exam also here for the promotion for the labor officers. Then assistant commissioner, and also they can. That is only one exam after the labor officer. After they have served 10 years, after they can sit for that exam, and after they are getting the assistant commissioner, automatically after their experience, they are getting the deputy commissioner and also the commissioner. Now we have in the department, we have the enforcement division. The commissioner is the lawyer, is attorney. He joined as a labor officer. Now then he promoted. Now he is the commissioner of the enforcement branch. So anyone can go move forward with that ladder also, no problem.
Yeah. Let me just ask you a brief about the subject of your department. Now, one of the things you can notice, it was all over the media also, that in the last 2 years, because of COVID and the job market going down, etc., a lot of people were migrating, and there were a lot of people who were doing immigration consultancy jobs, and some people were doing fraudulent things like that. A lot of things like that. So my question to you is, even lawyers, I know a lot of lawyers who migrated also during this time. If you are thinking of going out of the country, international career on the subject of labor, is there opportunities other than, of course, you have ILO and all that? Are there opportunities for somebody who has experience in the subject of labor, will say come into your department for a while and then wants to move to other greener pastures? Will that person have opportunities across the globe, or is the labor law across the globe is completely different that it doesn't help?
I think that is, you also mentioned the ILO also, the person, if they have a legal background and they can join the ILO also. And also I think there is in the for the United Nations also, UN, they are also recruiting the legal background people, and if they have experience with the legal field. So that is also, I think there is an opportunity to join the international organization. And other than the UN and ILO, I think there are many organizations, they are recruiting the legal background person. And I think there is more international agencies they have recruited. So I think it is, if before the joining the international organization, it is better to get the experience from the local field, right? Local field that is not in the Department of Labor. If they are, if our young lawyers and other lawyers, if they can gain the experience from the also uh, public sector and corporate sector, also the private sector, through their experience, that is also, I think they have a good opportunity to to join the international organization. They are, because of the all the international organization, they are looking the experienced people, and they need the vast knowledge people. So I think it is better to, if we have a good experience and other qualifications, it is there is an opportunity to join the international organization.
Right. Okay. And now other area is, now there are young lawyers, other than coming to your department and going abroad and the law practice as a labor lawyer or something like that. Are there any kind of now one of the things when I spoke to people in the tourism industry, and you can, as a lawyer, you can be entrepreneurial and do your stuff, right? With relevant to the subject of labor, can a lawyer, or it is advisable, because I know there are lawyers in other countries who are doing recruitment. Now, for example, there are people in Australia, Canada, all that, not recruitment, they are doing this visa, this what do you call them, PR, and obtaining permanent residence and things like that. But as you would know, there are a lot of people, unregulated people in Sri Lanka who are doing that in a fraudulent manner, but that's not lawyers. But for a lawyer, is it advisable, and what would be the prerequisites if a lawyer wants to have will start a business of recruiting for people for jobs abroad, or obtaining for them PRs or visas in other countries, right? That's sort of a business. It's a business, right? It's entrepreneurial thing. For a lawyer in the labor subject, is that advisable, or is it not coming under your purview?
I think that is not coming under my purview. So, but that is also.
But as a lawyer, would you advise that kind of thing for a young lawyer?
No, I can't advise for that type of thing, because now that is also coming under our ministry also, the Foreign Employment Bureau and the State Ministry of the Foreign Employment. But that is not coming under my purview. So I think it is. I can't give an advice to that.
It's not. Yeah. So what are the other entrepreneurial areas of people can, young lawyers, I mean, maybe it's beyond the labor department, you would advise people to have? Now, one of the things when I speak to banking area, people were saying that, lawyers can start their own business, they can start their own finance companies. But if they're really big, they can start even banks, I mean, which is a very, difficult thing to do. So are there any kind of entrepreneurial thing you would advise young lawyers, other than practicing, they can do? It doesn't have to be in the...
That is like this, Chandrakeerthi, because now, in the in our the labor market, nearly all the formal sector is consist only nearly 38%. The labor law is also our department, and all the labor law is coming under purview of only that sector also only, because but other than the formal sector in Sri Lanka, nearly 60% is coming under the informal sector. So that is most, I think people are not focusing that sector, informal sector. We have to develop that sector also, because nearly 60% of the labor market is and our economy is consists from the informal sector. So if the people can more focus for that sector, if anyone they need to invest, or they can start a business, so if they can do the entrepreneurship in the informal sector, I think it is better. It is, I think, better for their future, and also better for the country also if we can develop, if we can improve the informal sector.
Right. So, can you just elaborate for a layman, informal and formal sector? What does that really mean?
Yeah, real. That is formal sector. You know that all the informal sector, the BOI factories and BOI industries also those sectors come in under the formal sector because they are governing by the labor laws. But the informal sector, the people, they are doing their own businesses, they are self employment sector, that is coming under the informal sector. So if we, and also their own accounts work, right? Own accounts work coming under the informal sector. Most of the economy they are contributing the 60% of the economy to the from the informal sector.
So, one of the other questions, I actually put this to all different speakers who came in this series, is that the ladies who are also part of our audience, young lawyers who are females, one of their reasons they come to practice is that it's like a part-time, like, they can do look after their children when they get children, and when they get married, they do shows at home. So because practice is only like half a day and you can adjust with your senior, the rest of the things in the evening, you would add on that, or you can write deeds and only curtail of that so that you'll have more time for children and this thing. And one of the complaints they are hesitant to take a dive into the commercial field or the state field, because as you know now, you are still working till 7 or 8, right? It's not a 4 o'clock job in bigger jobs, right? In bigger positions. When you go as a lawyer, you don't go as like a clerk or something where you can leave at 4 o'clock. So this demand with a state, especially specialized institutions like Labor Department and all that, demand would be too much. So would you say the job you mentioned earlier, like assistant commissioner or labor officer or something, is it also a good job for a lady lawyer who wants to get out of practice and be in this field of a career? And will she be able to manage that and the family all together?
Yeah, I think that is, if they can, the lady lawyers, if they can join as a labor officer or the SLAs officer, I think that is a good opportunity, and they can manage their career and their family background. And also, that for the last SLAs intake, nearly 70% is the ladies, right? And also the now the opportunity, all the university graduates are there on the more than the female population is more than the male population. So that is also in our department also there are we have commissioners in the only 5 within the, we have 13 division in the head office. From that 13 division, we have nearly 8 lady commissioners. So I think it is better to the lady lawyers can join as a legal officer or the labor officer. I think it is if they can manage their family life and and also the official life also, no problem. I think it is better if they can choose, if they can join in the public sector, not into the Department of Labor. If they can join there are many opportunities in the SLAs and also the Sri Lanka Planning Services, and also there are if they have follow the other, if they have another degree, if they can sit for the scientific service exam. That now next examination is going to not only for the SLAs, for the all the public sector, because I mean the SLAs and SLPS and Sri Lanka Accountant Service and Engineer Service, for the all the sectors that we are going to have one exam. So then they can choose what is their first choice, then they can mark their choice, and after go through the examination, they can, according to their choice, they can go forward with that. So I think it is better. The lady lawyers, I give advice as if they can join to the public sector, if they can manage their family life and official life also, because of the many, according to the public administrative circulars, they can get the maternity leave, and also the half paid leave and no pay leave also, and also they can, as a lawyer, they can't practice, they can't go to the court, but they can, as a notary, they can write the deeds and everything they can do as a lawyer in the public sector.
Now, you touched upon the broad exams that are going to be held recently for the entire Sri Lanka administrative service. So, for a lawyer, we are talking of young lawyers who are just like 4 or 5 years experience or just out of college. What would be the opportunities there in the total administrative search? What are the jobs they can do? Will they be taken into any job, or if they apply, or are there specific jobs you recommend they apply in the main administrative service exams?
In the administrative service, I think it is that I mentioned also that 70% are ladies, but in the as a motor traffic commissioner general, the one lady, there was one lady at that time, and many of the head of the departments and secretaries, they are ladies, they are doing their jobs. So, but I think it is, and also the government agent, district secretary also, there are now at the moment, there are 5-6 district secretaries also. And in the, the Kalutara district, there are nearly, I think, 13 or 14 divisional secretaries office. All the divisional secretaries are ladies. They are doing their job very well, because the Kalutara area, they are facing flood situation and many other disaster situation. Then they have to go through the field, and they have to give the relief for the people, but they are doing their job very well. So but if you are selecting, if you are not willing to go to as a divisional secretary level, they can choose and they can stay as a ministry level. Some people, some ladies, they are staying one. The first appointment is as assistant secretary, and they retired as in that ministry also as a senior secretary or additional secretary in that ministry. So it is in their choice. They can various position they can choice, and assistant secretary, and also assistant divisional secretary, and assistant commissioner in labor department, assistant controller. Like that, there are many opportunities they can choose, and they can, if they wish to stay as one department or one ministry, it is their choice. They can stay as no problem. They can go through with that.
Right. I'm actually delving deep into a bit of technical though, because these questions will come up from our young people. Now, you said about all the opportunities and how you can go up, and this qualification, the jobs you will have, the opportunities you'll have, foreign travel, all that. Now, how is, I am not going to ask anybody's salaries, but how rewarding monetarily is it? When a lawyer joins, I'm not talking about your department, join either the labor department or any kind of government SLAs related institution, basically the job a lawyer would get as you go up, is it enough to make ends meet? Is it a good salary? Or you couldn't, or you would want to answer that question? Because I'm putting you on the spot. As a presenter, we have to put these googlies.
That I was the president of the Sri Lanka Administrative Service Union in 2018 and 19. We have done the strike also for the So I think it is if we compare with the private sector or as a practicing lawyer, it is salaries. I think it lower than the other corporate sector and private sector. But that's why I also mentioned. But if we compare with the salary, it is okay. But we can, all the public sector, public servants, public service are paid by the general public. They are taxpayers, so we have to do our services better and for the general public. So I think that is the opportunity, and also that's I also mentioned the other opportunities with the foreign tours and other scholarships, and for the I think there are JICA scholarship and also KOICA from the Korean scholarship, and also the Australian scholarship also. They can get that scholarship also. And I think salaries, it is if we compare with the other sector, it is lower than the other sector, but other opportunities are higher than the corporate sector and private sector.
Okay, as if you were to recruit young lawyers who come to your office, or some, it's a labor officer, or commissioner, assistant commissioner, if they have other qualifications, what would be, other than the qualifications, what would be the qualities you would look in a man or a woman who is a lawyer, who's applying for your department?
Yeah, I think other than the basic qualification, if the young people, if they have I think they need to serve our general public. So we have to improve now as a labor in the Department of Labor, we have to work with the general public, and we have to work with the private sector institutions also, and the the employers and employees. So many people come in to get their services to the Department of Labor for one day, or nearly 1,000 people come into the head office to the various matters. They are to take their EPF, and also they have to face some inquiries. So we have to improve our the personal skills also, like public speaking, and how to our public relation. We have to improve the public relation. If the people are coming to get their services to the public, the department, if the service has not done, we can't do that their services within one day. But if we can talk with them properly, if we can explain the situation very well, if we can have a good public relation, that is also, I think, enough. If that is, I think, all the young lawyers, and if the any young people like to join the public sector, they have to improve those qualification. I think they have to the public relation, and how to speak with the people, how to treat with the people, not the service done, but if we couldn't do their service, but if we can explain very well and explain the situation, if we can improve our public relation, I think that is very good qualification to they have to improve.
One of the questions, one of the points that repeatedly, actually two or three ladies who we interviewed in this series who are in different fields. One of the things they said was, I heard that repeatedly, not only from ladies, that they would want this PR, what you just said, on a person to deal their job, and also a positive attitude, and not to bring negativity into it. Would you agree with that statement? Would you also expect people to all have as much as possible a positive attitude?
Yes, definitely, because that for the public sector people, they are following the AR and FR, right? But the AR and FR is we have to follow, but that is we have to get the AR and FR do the work, but not to do the work. No. But people are the using the AR and FR not to do the work. That is not
general complaint. Yes.
yeah, general complaint. So we have to the improve. If we have a positive attitude, that is also for the good, because if we have a positive attitude, we can use those circulars and AR and FR to do the work for the give the service to the public. So that is also, I think, good opportunity.
What is your advice? You are a renowned SLA's person, and you go on top of the ladder on that. And now then you acquire the qualifications of law, and so a decade with the law. With all these qualifications, experience, and positions you held, to up and coming lawyers, other than what you just spoke to me. But if I were to ask you, give me 10 points or 5 points of what is the advice you give to like young lawyers, what would they be?
Yeah, I think as a young lawyers, they have to, you know, that we are in the, as a, we can, without doing you know, as a compare with the public sector people, it is better to avoiding from the corruption and bribery and the things. So as a young lawyers, if they can work as a clever and they can have without, I think it is better they have to, the ethically, they have to work with honestly. They can, if they can serve the general public. So I think as a, you know, I can't give advice to the practicing lawyer, but if they are joining the public sector or corporate sector, I think it is better to they improve their skills and their other qualifications. If they can earn other qualification also, they can go forward with the ladder. And also they have to you know, that as you mentioned, if they have a positive attitudes, that is also they have, if they can improve their positive attitudes also, that is also good for their future. And also the clever mindset, and also they can work with the people. So the to the they have many, if they can have, if they can give their service to the general public, I think it is best opportunity. If they can join the, I invite the young lawyers to join the public sector, because they can do the good service to the general public. They can, other than the practicing lawyer, and they can do the good service also, and they also have a good opportunities for the go up to the ladder. So I think I invite in all the young lawyers, and if it is because of the, you know, the police officers also, you know, some of the most police officers, they are not the basic qualification is not the as attorney or LLB, but after joining the police office, police department, they have gained the they shown as attorney at law. So I think it is, if we can, the lawyers have, if there is also opportunities to join the public sector. If they can join the public sector, and they can give more service to the general public as a lawyer and as a public servant, I think.
Mr. Prabath Chandrakeerthi, thank you very much for joining us today on this Beyond Court Practice webinar series. I know you're a very busy person, and thank you for taking the time out and being with us. And you shared some very valuable thoughts for our young lawyers and even for us about the administrative service and how we can make it great there and in the labor department, and how basically how a lawyer can make a career in the administrative service. That was area we have not touched before. So thank you again, Prabath Chandrakeerthi, to joining us. We hope to see you once again in some day in one of our webinar seminar series from the BASL. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chanak. And also, I would like to thank the Bar Association and the Mr. Rajiv Suri for the give this opportunity to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We need to, before we wind up, I need to tell you that if you have missed our any of our seminars, you can go and watch all over again on our YouTube channel, the BioStation YouTube channel, and those things can be watched. And if you want to be in line with the news updates of the BioStation, you can subscribe to the email and the SMS newsletters. And yeah, watch all over again. All our 9 episodes will be there, plus other webinars. I think this is the 173rd webinar. All webinars will be there on our YouTube channel. You can go to the YouTube channel, watch it all over again. Now, we are going to finish this webinar series of Beyond Code Practice Wednesday, that is the day after tomorrow, 23rd of March. And that day, my guest is going to be none other than Dr. Sampath Kunchiheva. Dr. Sampath Kunchiheva is Dean of the Faculty of Law of the University of Colombo. He will have lots to share with us, and he's going to speak to us about the academic side, how a lawyer can make it great in academic side, which is an area we haven't touched upon so far. So join us 7 o'clock, 23rd of March, this Wednesday, for the final episode of the series Beyond Code Practice on our BASL webinar series. I'll see you then. Have a good evening.